I want to talk to all you revolutionaries, you who now are looking around you and thinking, this is not how it should be. You who, regardless of who you blame for the problems of this planet, know that something is about to break. Maybe you are tucking food and ammunition away, preparing. Most likely, you are just going about your day, watching the web and saying, we have got to do something. Something is very wrong with the picture. I watch as this solution to that problem is suggested, and yeah, that might band-aid that problem, but there are other symptoms that crop up. And then we, to mix metaphors, have to put that fire out as well. Quick, what size band-aid do we need? And what shape? What contour? And underlying virtually all of these sores in our society, diverse as it is on this planet, I see a common infection. Point blank, the infection that drains humanity of creative and, yes, loving behavior is the need for money. I see people behave badly in so many ways, trying to find ways to enhance their money. Most of us don't, as a rule, making do but maybe contemplating what it would be like if they robbed a bank and got away with it. What would they do with all that money? So not only do we have to come up with band-aids, we have to be able to afford them, which leads to wrong-sized band-aids or no band-aid at all. And within this, the need for money, we have a very few on this planet sucking us for all we are worth. Add to that, there is evidence that they also are not interested in the global welfare of humanity. So, let's take a look at money. Is there a way to eliminate the need for it? Can we be that revolutionary? Let's ask the question, what function does money play in our social interaction? Surely we measure success by the quantity one can accumulate of it. Its main function, however, is to allow us to conveniently move the product of human and external energy between us. Human energy is used in services, in labor, and in what I call documenting, dealing with the red tape, creating receipts, keeping books, accounting for this currency. External energy is, of course, all the other sources of energy: coal, gas, oil, wood, etc. This makes sense if you think of the first hunter, gatherer, fisher, farmer, miner, builder. In each case, human energy is put forth in a meaningful way, and the product represents that energy with the meaning, giving it its value. Everything they used was free. The bows, the baskets, the rods, the hoes, the rakes, the picks were created with free stuff through human energy meaningfully expended so as to collect the free goods with more meaningful energy expended. Because the product of meaningful energy expended was scarce compared to all one might want to accomplish, we placed value we did on what we produced. Out of this grew the exchange of the products, whether services or tangible. From this, we can see that 100% of the cost of anything is the cost of energy, whether human or external. When trade and barter became too cumbersome, tokens began being used, and more convenient tokens were devised as time went on. Shells, beads, coins, bills, checks, electronic funds, all tokens of this meaningful energy expended. Throughout the history we have on this planet, there has been the presumption that energy is scarce. This has affected the way in which our society has grown. For instance, When humans began to be used as the energy source along the assembly line, the work ethic sprouted up to keep us believing that a handful of tokens was our just due for doing our duty to the system, keeping it going. In fact, we have become slaves of this system. Until recently, the energy scarcity has been a yoke on humanity in the form of money. And the symptoms of wearing that yoke are many: poverty and privilege, oppression, wage/debt slavery, greed, a banking system that is out of control, and war profiteering. With accumulations of money comes power. In fact, power over others is merely another form of money, leading us to the equation money equals power equals energy. Now, for the first time in our given history, we have access to the energy pool we swim in, the so-called dark energy, also called zero-point energy, radiant energy, Tesla, orgone, Reich, vacuum energy, plenum energy, and other such names. The methods of extracting this energy, however, have been hidden and suppressed. Because the power elite know their power depends on energy scarcity, which begs for a system to account for it, and thus money, and thus power over others, they hide any technologies that offer free energy. If we had free energy flowing, the cost of things would be vastly cheaper, as the cost of external energy is removed all down the production line. Another development we are just now seeing is the great advancement in robotics. We are at the point where all necessary work no one wants to do can be done by robot. If free energy took the bulk of the cost of things away, making robots affordable, and we build robots for all the necessary work no one wants to do, or not enough people, we can remove the cost of human energy, and this will make everything free. We humans will readily do things we want to do for merely the social currency it brings us: appreciation, thanks, lauds, fame, recognition, attention, and self-satisfaction. And so, rather than us dividing on the issues of what band-aid in what shape, size, and contour we should be placing on what societal sore, I call for a solidarity in doing all we can to strip the, quote, elite, unquote, of their power over others by working to release free energy extraction methods from secrecy and building robots where needed. Let's break out of the old scarcity paradigm, be truly revolutionary, and institute simple societal seeds for a healthy society to emerge from. Emergent governance through the web, solving problems rather than seeing who can make the most money from any given problem. 3 laws derived from the one: do no harm. Do not willfully hurt or kill another human being. Do not willfully take or damage another human being's property. Do not willfully defraud another human being. Open source programming of all public works. Organic solutions prized, non-organic solutions acceptable only when there seems to be no organic solution in existence. Institute the betterment ethic. Always work towards that which benefits both self and others, in place of the slave's work ethic. Free from money constraints, free from having to add our energy to a system so that we can survive, we can each develop our gifts, follow our bliss, with a mind to how our work, be it art, science, or other endeavors, creates betterment. Let's go a very revolutionary direction on this planet and solve all issues related to money, which are at least 98% of the problems we see. Not utopia, just a hell of a lot better than what we have now. First step, spread awareness of this solution to the tipping point.